What's up, guys? How's it going? We are gonna make some fun stuff today, as always. It is Saturday. It is a beautiful day today here in Spokane, Washington. And the first thing that we're gonna make is, I call it an alien skull dabber. Alien dabber. We're gonna use our small skull mold, and we're gonna make this in 2 different pieces and then attach them together. I guess I should wait till everyone's really showed up to start talking. What's up, guys? How's it going? Thanks for joining. I was just saying that we're gonna be making an alien skull dabber today, and I'm gonna make it in 2 different pieces with the spine, which is the dabber part, and then the head, the skull. So let's pick up our colors here. We're gonna do some mystery adventurine for the dabber part. Ooh, and then let's do this color that I haven't tried out before. It's called Abe Striker. It's a new color. I've never used it before. It's a striking color, hence the name Abe Striker. Should be really, really cool looking. Okay, so first we're gonna push some Marias on this mystery adventurine. If you have any questions, throw it up in the comments. I'll check it out here when I get a chance. So I'm just heating up a section of glass that's like 3/4 of an inch, maybe, of the rod. And I push into a little blob, and then I just try and push evenly with both hands. You can counter push if it goes off center. Oops, sorry, that was a little off camera. I was focused. Try and do the next one more on screen for you so you can see. And I'm trying to get these evenly spaced. Definitely tricky a little bit to do, but an awesome, fun thing to practice. Just pushing it together on both sides while I spin. And these are called Marias. Those are the Marias, the rings. Do you guys have any fun plans for today, for tomorrow, for the weekend? In Spokane right now, we got the county fair going on. I don't think we're gonna have time to go to that, or money, but spent all our money basically on the house and the truck. Now we gotta work. And then we can get our 5th wheel is the next. Well, first we have to get a hitch for the tow truck, or for the truck, so that we can tow 5th wheel. I think those are pretty expensive. I think it's gonna be like $1,000, probably. So you can see I'm making a lot of these Marias. There's another one. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right now. I think we're gonna go with 7. I like that number. And this uses up quite a lot of glass to do this. But you can check it, they're pretty evenly spaced there. It's pretty nice. So I'm at 6, we'll do 1 more. So we've got kind of like our basic spine right now. If I want, I could add horns to this, or I could add dots. There's a lot of little different design features you could do. I think I'm gonna do 3 horns on it. I'll do them in descending size, so I'll have the top one be the biggest, and then the middle one a little smaller, and the next one the smallest. And we'll go with this cool striking color. So I want to keep my flame pretty small. I'm going to heat up this rod, and then I'm going to heat up the Maria, and I'm going to attach them together. Making sure it's melted in real nice. Okay. I'm going to actually turn my flame down even more. Sometimes you think it's turned down and then you realize it's still pretty big. Okay, so I got one horn there. Not that big, but it's a good size for that Maria. I'll do the next one even a little smaller. Try. Shouldn't be too hard. Nice, okay, so you can see there, see how it's descending in size. And the next one will be a pretty small one now. Small little horn, so I don't want to melt up too much of this rod. Alright, so I got my 3 horns there on what we're calling that the spine. And I'm gonna nip off, well, I'm gonna leave that there to cool. I'm not sure if I'll need some of that top area part, or if I'll melt it down. Let's see if we have any questions real quick. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you're having a really good Saturday. Scroll, okay, let's see. Oh, we're definitely, someone said you should come to Southern Cali. We're definitely road tripping all along the West Coast. Oh my goodness, my eye is watering. Look, this is what happens sometimes. Besides normal, besides upset that I was staring too long. Whew. All right, there we go. We're gonna road trip up and down the West Coast for sure, because we're up in Spokane, Washington. So it's just, you know, it's super easy going up and down I-5 or just off of like whatever the coast highways are, 2 and the other highways down there. Woo! Glass in the mail! Yay! That's always fun when the mailman comes with your glass package, a little bit like Christmas. That's how I feel when we get color supply orders. So yeah, the reason someone asked, is there a reason I'm keeping the flame small? So if it's a big flame, it's gonna melt a lot more items. And I really only want to melt 1 or 2 things. If I melt the other things, they'll lose the shape that I tried to just give them. They'll just kind of all melt into a glob. That's what happens when you just heat up glass, is it always wants to form a gather shape or a circle. So you don't want that to happen if you've already put work into it. Okay, so now we're gonna make the skull part, or the alien skull, and we're gonna use this mold, but we're gonna embellish it and give it our own little monkey touches. So the color we were gonna use for that was, right, this Ape Striker color. Okay, and we're just gonna first gather up a bunch of this color. So I'm gonna use a handle, that way I can push it into itself and it'll gather up a little bit faster. Handle. And then I pick a spot up a little bit from the handle, because I don't want the handle to melt into my giant glob, and it will. So I'll show you what I mean by picking a spot up from the handle. Started to melt it in right there. My handle connection starts down there. I left a little bit of room. It also makes it a lot easier to pull off from that side, because I'm gonna have to switch axes on here. It's gonna be at a 90 degree to my other piece when I attach it, and so then I'm gonna have to pull off this back area, and it's easier to do if it's a skinny rod than if it's like a big thick piece. And again, this is a brand new color. We've never used it before. It's never been available before. It's a new color. That's what that means. It's called Abe's Striker. And I am excited to see how it turns out. I hope you are too. It will probably even look different when it's done, like when we're done with the piece before we put it in the kiln, then after the kiln it will probably be different colors. And a really cool thing about glass and about glass colors is with striking colors, there's a whole art just to striking colors, which includes you melting the same color at different flame temperatures, different flame chemistries, and also putting it in the kiln at different temperatures and for different amounts of time, all to achieve completely different color combinations, variations, and schemes from the same starting color. So that's a really cool, fun thing. You could become an expert at one color. Like you could become an expert at amber purple and get it to strike different ways. You could get it to strike in patterns if you were really dedicated and skilled at it. Meaning you could get, you know, like zigzag and wigwag patterns out of amber purple. You know how to use it just right. So I've got this big blob here. Trying to see if it's enough. That's probably enough glass. So I'm gonna melt this all smooth together, and then I'm gonna press it into the mold. I should keep water by me every time I do this, but I tend to forget a little bit. So you'll see me lick my lips a lot. It's because when you're by the flame, you get really, really dried out. In fact, you can get sunburn on your hands and things like that just from the flame. So it's an extra good idea to keep water by. You'll get really dehydrated. It does really dry you out. It's like being, you know, in front of a fire, because it's what it is, a big fire, big hot fire. Let's see if Ben has any more. Ben, do you have any water? It's around here somewhere, isn't it? Oh, right there? Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you. Nice to have a partner. All right, I got this thing pretty melted in. I gotta let the back half of it cool so that it can push the front half into the crevices of the mold. You have to have some part of your glass that has like structure to it to push the rest of the glass into the mold. So I'm just letting that cool down a little bit, and then I'm gonna reheat the front half. If you guys have any questions about what I'm doing, if you have any requests on what you want me to make, throw down a comment. All right, so I'm gonna reheat that front half. And you still want the back half to be soft so it can finish shaping into the mold. You know, there's varying levels of like how liquid and hot this giant ball is in which areas of it. So that's just something you mess with and learn as you melt glass and over time. All right, here we go. Nice. Caught a little edge on there, but that's fine. So here we go. That's how that came out. Pretty good, pretty good. I caught a little bit of glass right on the edge of the mold. I'll point to what that turned into. Right there, there's a tiny little thin piece, see on on this side, how it's not there on that side. I'll just press that in, I'll heat it up, press it in. Turn down my flame to do that, again, because I only want to heat up one part of the glass. That's why I turned down small flame. Pinpointing one area, melted it, pressed it in, boom, like it wasn't even there. See, it's gone. Where did it go? Where'd she go? Okay, so now we're gonna add some details and accents to this. It's really interesting. So the front side's all just kind of like a brown color right now. The back side is kind of multicolored. So I'm really interested to see how this one strikes out in the kiln. We'll go ahead and do all the like accents the same color. That way maybe there's even more color variation that we can see and learn about this color. So I'm gonna start by giving him angry eyebrows. Because you know, monster's gotta be evil. He's not a friendly monster. That's not cool. This is not the Monsters Inc. of glass. So I'm just heating it up. I'm using my knife so you can see. I use my knife and I give him a little angry eyebrow. Now I gotta flip directions of how I'm holding this. And again, be careful on my angle. I don't wanna melt in that eyebrow I just made. I just wanna heat up this other area. Boom. There we go. And I'm gonna give him a little furrowed brow, kind of wrinkle across the forehead. Because you know, you get those when you're angry. There we go. Okay, now we're gonna give him some facial horns and stuff. So let's do, it's gonna connect up to the bottom. So I think we're gonna do 2 coming out from the cheekbones. I think that always looks pretty nar, pretty good. Like the Alien and Predator style. The mouth chomper facial things. So I made my connection and I'm pulling and stretching a little bit right now. Just melting that spot in. Now I'm gonna give it some shape, wait for it to cool a little bit. And finishing the shape off on that one. Okay, so we got this like cool facial horn chomper thing. We're gonna do another one on the other side to try and match it. Which can be a little tricky. Symmetry is hard, always. Especially when you're switching up angles, right? It's completely the opposite side. You have totally different angles, or you gotta be able to completely switch your hands and be really ambidextrous. Connection, stretch. Bigger right now, so I gotta pull it down a little bit. So there we go, pretty close. All right, now let's give him some horns on the top of his head. I'm trying to think if I want to give him like kind of double horns, 2 off the side, or if we want to give him more mohawk style horns, like one in front, one in a little bit of back of that. I think we're gonna do that because it'll match the spine a little bit. And I'll look at the comments here in just a couple minutes. I think probably after I'm done with, I should flip my kiln on real quick. After I'm done with this little headpiece, I'll put it in the kiln to keep warm. I can check out the questions. So I'm going to turn my flame down just a little bit. Stretch a little bit. It's a little off to one side. It's really hard to nail things dead center. All right, but it's pretty good. And then we're gonna do, I was gonna do one behind it, but I think I'm gonna do two smaller ones off to the side. So that'll look more cool, in my opinion. Let that bottom part cool, and then you finish it off. Don't ever be afraid to give the glass a second to cool. You can always reheat it up. Boom, that looks pretty cool. What do you guys think? That's gonna be the head. And we're gonna attach this body part. So I gotta figure out exactly how I wanna attach. If I wanna do a straight attachment, if I wanna attach them to the back. I like a straight attachment, so I'm gonna nip off some of this here. There we go. Okay. And we'll stick both these pieces in the kiln just to heat up. That way nothing cracks on us. All right. See if we got any questions here. Sorry about that. Hand in the face. Is he gonna hold a marble? Oh, like with the horns like I've been doing before? No, but that's a really cool idea. Maybe the next one I'll do that. That's a really awesome idea. Like have a marble on his head or something. Maybe like a crown. I like that. I love when you guys throw me ideas. Keep it up. Like shoot me all sorts of ideas and I'll run with it. Let's see. Yes, we are making a dabber. It is gonna be a dabber. Someone asked. All right, so we're still just giving it a second to heat up. I'm gonna go ahead and pick the winner right now, you guys. You guys are so awesome. Thank you for watching. Tap on the viewer button. Okay, eyes closed, up, down, up, down, up, down. Winner is Mr. Deuce. Thank you for watching, everyone. Message us on how you can claim your prize, Mr. Deuce. And we're gonna keep finishing off this piece here. I have a couple other things I can do real quick while I'm waiting for this to heat up. And it's always good when you're doing glass projects to kind of have 2 or 3 going at one time. That way if you have downtime on one project where you have to wait for something to heat up, especially rigs, there's always a lot of downtime on those where you have to let the glass soak for like 15 minutes to 30 minutes. And it's nice to be able to make some dabbers or other things in the meantime. So I have this dagger already prepped up. I'm gonna go ahead and just finish it off, super easy. And we can do all sorts of variations and cool things on the designs if you guys want us to. If you guys want to order a custom, I'm happy to throw an opal on anything, or a loop, or whatever you might want added to something, or some variation. You can put, you know, a hollow carb cap on the end of something, or whatever. Whatever your fancy. So I just press that handle there. Finish that off. Take a sip of water. And again, you should treat it like you're outside on a really hot day. If you're glass blind, you really should drink a lot of water to stay hydrated. Alright, so let's see. I got one more kind of half prep, so I'm going to finish this one off, and when this one's finished off, then we'll go ahead and finish off that other piece, because it should be warmed up by then. So let's see which side we're doing. This side. I'm just pushing up a big gather of glass. I'm going to flatten it out and stretch it into the blade shape. We did a bunch of these the other day. Planning on ordering up a big ass case of like 38 millimeter tubing this next week, and then we're going to be making all sorts of cool rigs and maybe some cool water nectar collectors for you guys if you guys are interested in that. Going to be moving on to some really bigger and better things. We won't ever be stopping making dabbers and carb caps and pendants and things like that, but we're just going to be growing what we may grow in our selection even bigger and better as we head towards Christmas time. Because I love giving glass as gifts. It is always a lot of fun. People feel really special getting something that's unique. And it's always a surprise. It's always a good surprise. Alright, so I just pressed that. And then we're going to stretch it out. So we need a handle. Got a handle. Turn the flame down, melt the wrinkles off from pressing it. When you're stretching things, you always want to watch the thickness and make sure you have even thickness and that you're not stretching one part really thin, because that'll make it fragile and make it easier to break. There's that. Okay, so now we're going to finish off the alien dabber. Okay, so we're going to attach up here. Attach up. And I'm going gonna make this rod a little bit big, like more condensed and wide for the connection point, because it's such a big piece that I'm connecting to it. You don't want like a little skinny connection on a big heavy thing. It's just not that stable. So I'm just condensing down a little bit, condensing down close to this first Maria. All right, condensed it down a little. Heat up this other part. There aren't any crevices or divots. Melt everything in really good, really well. Make sure the shaping's not too funky. And this might take a sec for you to get really nice the way you want it. You can always turn your flame down even more. Always be careful of your hand. Make sure it's not going in the flame's path. So I'm just trying to get it kind of straight how I like it. Got it kind of straight, but I realized that my little horn things are twisted sideways versus straight in the back. So there's two things I could do. I could either make new ones coming off the side to match, or I could just twist them around. So I'm going to reheat the glass and twist them around. Quick little twisteroo. Kind of condensing it at the same time, so I'm killing two birds with one stone, really. So I've got it connected up. Okay, I've got the horns facing the way I want. I'm going to rip off this back part, this back handle. Okay, so I've got that off of there. You can melt this all the way in round, you can melt it in flat. This is kind of up to you here, what you want to do. I'm going to rip off some of this extra. I'm going to make mine flat. So I'm just melting it up, heating it super, super good, and then I'm pressing it onto graphite. And it's just kind of pushing it more and more together until it's all the way flat. Use my big pad here. Oh, no, that won't work because of the horns in the back. Right. Make sure that, again, that there's no little dips or anything because those will cause cracks. It's a really, really thick piece of glass. All right. We get a little bit of shaping in here. Here we've got it all connected up, okay? And I think, let's see, I'm gonna bring these like horn things in a little bit, so I'm gonna melt them up by the base. And with the tip, I'm using my tungsten tweezers, just kind of rounding them inward. There we go, nice and round on that one. Okay, so I curved those out even a little more. We have a little more curvy. We got this crazy thing now. I'm gonna let this cool down. So I could let this cool down and then pull the tip, or I could use my claw grabbers. I think I'm just gonna use my claw grabbers. Just because it's so thick, I kind of want to stick it in the kiln, make sure it doesn't crack on me. All right. So we're rotating it still, and then when I pull it, I'm gonna turn it straight up and down. That way I can get it to kind of pull more straight. There we go. Ta-da! There we go. We got one gnarly, crazy alien dabber. What do you guys think? We're gonna do a matching pendant with that, but I'm gonna do that here off screen. I think that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll do something new tomorrow, something new every day, hopefully.